How's it from a pretty cold Atlanta Sunday in the middle of December? But in the meantime, I'm getting ready for that 2026 riding season. And so what I've done is I've added this Super Tenere to my DR650 for my adventure rides. Pretty cool backstory on the Super Tenere. I never owned one before, I'd never ridden one before. But in the summer of 2020, when the whole world was kind of at a standstill, I decided to fly out to Denver, Colorado. I ended up renting one of these and I did a big ride through Colorado solo, and I used the ski towns as my waypoints. So I was in Aspen, Crested Butte, Silverton, Telluride, and I just mapped my whole ride out through Colorado using those ski towns as kind of like the stop off points. I had an amazing ride. The bike was incredible. It totally inspired me to get into the adventure riding category. And so when I got back to Atlanta, I started to look, and the thing that held me back from getting a full-size adventure bike at the time was none of my friends were adventure riding. So I was going to be doing a lot of solo riding, and I couldn't afford to take a big bike out solo, drop it, and get stuck. So at that time, I chose a Suzuki DR650, ended up building it out completely into a full adventure bike. It will go anywhere. It's a tank, you know, and it was amazing when I was learning the category and being a solo rider. From that, a bunch of buddies started joining me on the adventure riding category, and now that's given me the opportunity now to jump into a full-size adventure bike, bring back those memories that I had riding the Tenere in Colorado. So that's why I've picked this up. I'm gonna now start doing a little bit more long distance touring adventure riding, so not as heavy off road as the DR650 can do, but able to do two up, take my girlfriend with, and do some big rides, long distance rides. The bike itself is stock, no engine work, stock exhaust. Only modifications pretty much is this crash bar, these T-Rex crash bars, and this aftermarket windshield. The guy I picked it up from did give me two other windshields, the stock Yamaha windshield and a shorty type windshield, and he gave me an aftermarket set of Sergeant seats. Haven't tried them out, so I'll test out the comfort between these stock seats and those Sergeant seats, and I'll see what I like better. I'm gonna keep the modifications minimum, maybe just do an exhaust and an ECU flash, and obviously it's still got the stock factory skid plate, and I need to beef that up, so I'll go with probably a T-Rex skid plate on that end. Other than that, everything else I'll pretty much keep stock, maybe change out the mirrors and leave it pretty much that. So anyway, 2026, looking forward to it. Got my DR650 for the hardcore stuff, and we're gonna have this Tenere for the little bit more long distance pleasure touring adventure riding. Well, cheers, keep up, and we'll just keep adventuring on.